Oye Siri, dime una historia.
Mejor no porque cuando cuentas tantos cuentos, llevar las cuentas de cuántos cuentos cuentas es un cuento.
Uh-oh. Hola a todos, yo soy Samuel. Para los que no me conocen, estoy aprendiendo español. Alright, so this video is directed at anybody who is learning Spanish, but they're not fortunate enough to live in a Spanish-speaking country or be surrounded by Spanish on a daily basis, whether that's music or just Spanish media in general. So this is kind of a hack that I found that keeps your brain, it keeps your language mind sharp. And all it requires is a little bit of patience and your iPhone. Let's get into it. All right, so here's what we're going to do today. We are going to change our iPhone settings from English, or whatever language it's in right now, into Spanish. And super easy to do. All you have to do is go to Settings, go to General, toward the bottom there, Language and Region, and at the very top, iPhone language. And we are going to put in Spanish. So once your phone is in Spanish, of course, it affects all of the actual, like the iPhone apps that were preloaded onto the phone when you bought it. So that includes things like the App Store, for example. That also includes the calendar. If you load up maps, if you're looking at the weather, if the app it was created and is maintained by Apple, it has Spanish support. So any Apple app that is on here or preloaded onto your phone when you buy it, when you switch your phone into Spanish, it automatically changes all of those. And now that's to be expected, but what I wasn't necessarily expecting is that some of the most mainstream apps, the biggest apps in the world, also have Spanish support. And when you tell your phone that you'd like it to be in Spanish, it automatically tells those mainstream apps of yours that it should be in Spanish. So some of the big ones that will, everything is in Spanish now all of a sudden. You're going to be looking at Facebook. Of course, all your groups, your notifications come in Spanish now. Instagram, when you're trying to book a ride on Uber, if you're making a purchase on Amazon or eBay, even YouTube, like now some of the titles even of YouTube videos are actually in Spanish, even though the title was originally created in English. Because of the app support, it will automatically translate that into Spanish for you. Probably the most interesting one that I've noticed is while I'm learning Chinese, I've been using an app called Hello Chinese, and it is now, instead of learning Chinese as an English speaker, I'm learning Chinese as a Spanish speaker, and that's nothing that I changed within the app. All I did was tell my iPhone I prefer Spanish, make all my stuff in Spanish, but it is kind of neat that as I'm learning Chinese, it kind of reinforces Spanish. But maybe the most fun is the Siri capabilities. When you change your phone into Spanish, you've got Siri now in Spanish, and whether you just want to talk to a robot for a while or actually get things done, it's awfully helpful. Let's look at a few examples. Hola Siri, ¿cómo estás?
Nada mal. Gracias por preguntar.
Puedes pedirme cosas como estás. So here's a whole list of things that you can ask Siri to do. All these are Siri or Spanish speaking Siri compatible. So I can say things like, Oye Siri, márcale a Ashley.
Llamando a Ashley Gur casa.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Hi. What are
Te,
you doing?
te llamé por Siri en español.
Oh yeah?
Other basic things like, Oye Siri, despiértame mañana a las 8.
De acuerdo. Configuré una alarma para las 8 a.m.
And I mean, it's great practice, but it's just, again, it keeps your mind sharp while you're doing it. When you're scrolling through Amazon, I mean, you're buying something, right? You're spending money. You don't want to buy the wrong thing. So you want to be very particular. You're looking at shipping, and there's all sorts of words. And then there's plenty of times that I've been doing this on Facebook in the notifications or elsewhere where I'm kind of, you're just, I don't know, you just look at things differently and you're trying to find things. And then it's also fun if somebody's looking over your shoulder because they're like, whoa, that's not in English, or what's going on here. I have noticed that while my phone is in Spanish, because every time I look at my phone, and there's a chance I'm on my phone too much. I'm a millennial. I'll own that. But while I'm on my phone, because I'm always a bit more receptive to what I'm doing, I guess. I don't know. I'm doing it with more purpose. I'm not just on autopilot. I kind of see little things and think, oh, that's how. Oh, wow, that's okay. Recent messages, that makes sense. Or oh, speakerphone, alta voz, like high, loud voice. That's interesting. I didn't know that's how that would be said. Just little obscure things like that. It keeps your mind sharp. So when you do bump into somebody, or you're kind of unknowingly put into a situation where all of a sudden you're speaking Spanish, there's just more confidence that comes with it. I don't know. I feel more prepared. And if this is something you struggle with, I think that changing your phone into Spanish, it takes 10 seconds. It's one of those set it and forget it things. And there will be times when you get a bit frustrated because it doesn't, it feels foreign. Because it is. But I think once you set it to Spanish, do your hardest, do your best, do not change it back. It does get easier, I promise. You become more familiar, and then before you know it, you glance at the date and it's just like, oh, it's Viernes, and you don't even think about it in English, which is really the whole point of learning a language. You don't want to translate word for word everything you see, hear, or speak. You want the Spanish word and the English word to hold the same significance in your mind. And this is a small step, but it's a consistent step. And the more you use your phone, you start downloading different apps, and then you'll start learning things entirely in Spanish without really ever thinking about it. So hope that helps out a lot. If you guys want some more tips, if there's any apps you think that should be reviewed, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe because I do post a video every single week, and we'll catch you next time. ¿Quieres ser mi novia?
No, gracias.